You guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. All right, cool. Just need another minute or two, and then we'll get started, okay? How's that? A little bit better? Hey, Nick. Okay. I think we're about ready to get started. Okay, let me just, holy shit. Well, there goes, I just got demonetized because I swore the first words spoken on this stream are swearing. Brakir sends in $50, 50 simoleons with, oh my goodness, that adorable jumping fox. Fox. Thank you so much, man. That's incredibly generous. Okay, so let me stop the music playback there. So welcome everybody. Let's see, I don't even know where to begin with you guys except just to say thank you. Never, I mean, like, I feel like I said this the last time I did a milestone stream, but it's true. Like, never in my wildest dreams have I ever imagined that I would reach a milestone like 300,000 subscribers. You guys are literally making my dreams come true. And today, I want to show my appreciation by not just doing the usual Q&A, which we normally do with every milestone stream that I do, but I also want to give you some behind-the-scenes information about some things that are going on that show that I'm trying to take these blessings and make the best use out of them. By that I mean I'm planning for the future, for growth, to fully realize my core ideals that I have for this channel, namely, the stuff that you guys have always heard me talk about, making gaming something that is equally worth studying alongside books, movies, other forms of art in academia. That's one of the core things. But there are also some other things I'll be doing to try and realize that goal that I'll be detailing as the stream goes along. So I figure what I'll probably do, because I'm playing Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes, what I'll do is I will reveal a new thing after every boss fight. Stuff that I've been working on behind the scenes. And in between the boss fights, I will do my best to answer questions, because you guys sent in a whole lot of them on the community page and on Twitter. I will do my best to respond to all of them during the stream. If I don't, I will respond to the ones that I didn't respond to through text on the community page. I should be able to get through all the ones on Twitter because there's only like a handful. And I promise I will get to any and all super chats that you guys send me, okay? Now, just very quickly, Brooke sends another $2. That's a Shiba, though. Oh, it's a Shiba. I guess I'm blind. I apologize, Brooke. So, let's see. Just 1 second. Let me bring up all the Dolphin stuff because I am doing Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes through Dolphin, the emulator. And while that's sort of booting up, I'll bump over to Twitter and answer the handful of questions that I have there. How are you guys doing tonight? Big chillin'? Got any plans for the weekend? Or for 2023? Happy New Year, y'all. 1 second. Let me bring up the questions on Twitter. Here we go. Cool. All right. So let's boot up the Twin Snakes. So one thing I should probably tell all you tech geeks out there, I installed a HD texture pack for this bad boy. And it looks great. I'm talking Tony the Tiger great. Hey, Adele. Ooh, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That's a great pickle. And hey, Phil. How you doing, man? Oh, Phil, I started playing Shadow of Memories / Destiny. I'm about halfway through it right now. Okay. Also, just let me know how the audio is. Oh, you know what I should probably do? Shit. I want to get rid of that FPS thing in the top left there. Get rid of that. Okay. And let's take that off. Alright, how does that look, guys? Music and voice sound okay? If not, just let me know. I will fix things. Oh, one other thing before we finally start playing. I'm not going to be doing the cutscenes. I figured that would just take up too much time. And plus, if you really care about the story of Metal Gear Solid, you can go and watch my Metal Gear Solid 1 playthrough that I did about a year or two ago with Logo Steve and Gaming University. We're just going to go through this as fast as we can. I'm going to try and do it non-lethal, no deaths. We're balling, but we're not balling that hard today. Maybe one day I'll do like an extreme speed run, but not today, Zerg. Alright, so while we're waiting for the elevator, I'll answer some questions, okay? This is Snake. I learned how to swim, Colonel. Are you proud of me? This is your favorite remake, Mito Sato? I enjoy it, but I don't know if it's my favorite. What would be my favorite, though? Oh! Quick question. I know I saw some of you guys, I didn't really pay too close attention to what you were saying, but I saw you guys were talking about the Nier Automata anime that just released today. Is it any good? Because my fiance and I were gonna watch it after I do the stream tonight. Okay. So, going over to Twitter. First question comes from Aditya. Says, congrats, man. Your content is great. I first found you through the Ion videos, which were really engaging. Is there any other obscure piece of work like Ion that you would like to cover in a similar fashion? Waiting for each video of the playlist and experiencing the build-up, plus, especially during lockdown, was quite exciting. It was like working towards understanding something over time. Well, thank you for saying that, dude. I don't know. I don't have any plans to do something quote-unquote obscure. Like, the hook of that was the fact that it was something that was puzzling to somebody who is in the public eye. Oh, shit. Nope, no discovery. Go to bread. I do have plans to do, like, maybe not the most popular stuff. Like, I've always wanted to do a full-on analysis of Nietzsche's Beyond Good and Evil. That's something I've wanted to do for a while. Maybe some graphic novels that not everybody has heard of. Like, I've wanted to do Alan Moore's work for a long time, but, you know, he's well-known. Maybe some alchemical texts. Maybe the works of Eli. Oh my god. Eliphas Levi. How did you not see me, dickhead? Huh? Shut up. You didn't see shit. Yeah. Let me see what you guys are saying about Nier. Apparently it's okay, but the animation isn't great. Damn. CGI is rough, but it's faithful and the 2D looks good. Okay, alright. As long as the story's there, that's what I care about. Hey Horace, how you doing, man? As far as it's following the beginning of the game, but hopefully it's gonna try something different. Yeah, I think it's, I would hope so. Like, that's the whole point of adaptation, right? Alright. Next question comes from Julian Slick, a longtime viewer of the channel, a good friend of mine. Congratulations, Max. Here's to Shut up, Mailing. Nobody cares. Congratulations, Max. Here's to 400,000. Since you've talked a lot about alchemy on your channel, have you ever played The Room? It's a puzzle game with a story that fixates a lot on alchemy, astrology, and witchcraft and shit. I think you would find it interesting. Low-key, I read some of the comments before I started, and I looked up The Room, Julian Slick. I promise you, because the games are apparently really, really short, I will be looking into those games, particularly because they do deal with alchemy. What I try to do with the way that I approach video making on my channel, particularly video games, like the video game related content that I do, is I try to play multiple games at once. I pick one long game that I try to cover, and then a couple of short games here and there. See, this is what happens when you can't... I can't shoot and talk to you guys. Hold the fuck still. There, I just wasted 5 M9 bullets. GG. I really need these if I'm gonna do a non-lethal run. Okay. No more shooting people until we get the Ocelot. Yeah, so I will be looking into that, Julian. Thanks for the recommendation, man. Yeah, have you never seen one before, Snake? You don't have the Ring doorbell? Alright, we're gravy. Jiro from Twitter says, deserved. Wishing you an exponential growth this year as well. Thanks, man. My question is, if you were in charge of the future of the Metal Gear series, what would be the next step for you, and how would you carry it out? Well, first thing I would do is I would take the script that Etsu Tamari wrote for Metal Gear Solid Rising, you know, the one game that was supposed to take place between Metal Gear Solid 2 and 4, and put that back into development. Give it to somebody, just, even if the gameplay isn't the same as what they were originally planning, I just want to hear that story. I would also like to see the game featuring the boss. I would be interested in seeing her character expanded beyond Metal Gear Solid 3, and I think Kojima said he wanted to do that once. That would be cool. And I would love to see remasters and remakes of the first 3 games. King of the Galaxy says, congrats, Max. Thank you, sir. Proud to see how far you've come over the years. Is there anything in particular surprised you about being a growing YouTuber? Anything you never even considered would be a problem or benefit of it? Surprised me about being a YouTuber? Well, one thing I'll say is that, you know, you hear about how negative people can be on the internet a lot. And I've done my best to try and avoid that whenever I can. And what really surprises me is just how remarkably positive and respectful my audience is compared to the rest of the internet. And I'm not just saying that to be effusive. I'm saying that because it's true. Like, even when people disagree with me, they're so polite. They're so constructive. I mean, like, you know, there are assholes. I get comments that get put into my spam folder and like, hey, do you want to delete this? Those types of comments. But for the most part, no. I'd say that's the one thing off the top of my head. I would need more time to think about other potential things, though. Shut up, you don't hear anything, dude. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god! Ugh.
What was that sound?
Apparently these guys don't know how to look up. They're like dogs. Okay, well, that worked out well for me, I guess. Okay, Philip Gosling just says, congrats, Max. Just keep it up. Another guy who's been watching me for a while. Thank you, Philip. Neil Adams says the same thing. Thank you. Brad Aviel, a longtime patron of mine, friend of mine, says, yay, congrats, Max. Well deserved. Thank you. And last question on Twitter comes from Phoenix Red. Says, would you rather play Warhammer Fantasy or Warhammer 40k? Well, I don't know anything about the Warhammer franchise, unfortunately. There he is. Supposedly. But you know, like, Warhammer, from what I understand, has been getting a great deal of exposure lately, especially with the announcement that Henry Cavill is going to be involved in movie adaptations. So, I'm interested in looking into it in any capacity. Probably 40k first, just because it's the most popular, right? By the way, just look at how good this looks. That HD texture pack, man. That HD texture pack. You sent in a question, Cold Pickle? On Twitter? What was your question, man? Post it in the chat and I'll read it, okay? Let me just, By the way, if you guys are posting questions in the live chat, unfortunately, just because my attention is being taken up by a whole bunch of different things right now, between the game, Twitter, the community chat, I might miss some of your questions. So if you want to ensure that I see it, like, the best thing to do is send in a super chat. Otherwise, you might have to wait until like the end of the stream before I see it. I'll try to catch it. Shut up, Johnny. Nobody cares. I'll try to catch it, but you know, it's just how it works. Let's see. Will you delve into Kojima's other game series, Buktai? Maybe Buktai. Like, I've always wanted to do stuff on like Zone of the Enders and Snatcher and Police Knots. Maybe I could do that. It's like one of the shorter games that I can cover while I'm doing longer games. Alright, maybe Cold Pickle, did you repost it? Xenogears or Chrono Trigger? That's Sophie's choice. Asked by Klaus Fock. Let's see if I... Probably Xenogears. Even though Chrono Trigger is probably overall the more well-rounded game, Xenogears has more content and has more stuff that, you know, I tend to like. Okay, and Cold Pickle says, do you consider yourself a Tool fan? Yeah, man, I have 3 videos on Tool. Have you listened to Fear Inoculum? There's a series of videos diving into the lore behind it, and it's interesting to say the least on the Tool Archive channel. Yeah, I mean, like, if I wouldn't mind going back to Tool. I know there's a question that another person on the community page is going to ask me that has to do with music, and I'll go into more about Tool there. But yeah, like, I love Tool. I've done videos on Tool. All right. Hinoyan says, do the swapper, please. I will do the swapper. It is on my list. All right, that does it for the questions on Twitter. Let us move on to the community page questions. Metal Gear. It can't be. All right, that's a lot of talking. I gotta increase my moisture here real quick. All right. So, on to the community page questions. Peasy says, hey Max, 2 questions about autism. 1, how have you dealt with loneliness as you've gotten older and more experienced? Does it get easier? Well, I mean, anytime you get exposed to anything that causes you a challenge, you find new ways to deal with it. It's not something that I would recommend dealing with over a long period of time. I would recommend trying to reach out to however many people that you can. Like, this is something that I talk with a lot of my patrons and viewers about a lot, like strategies, reaching out to people through like websites, people that have shared interests. Let's see, is there any other way I can really address this question right now? Yeah, just making sure that you're constantly surrounded by people that want the best for you. And yeah, thankfully I've been able to do that. Also, do you have any tips on learning some social skills? Mine are very minimal as I have Asperger's. Thanks, bro. Have a great day. Well, I can't go into a great list of things, but I will tell you the one thing that helped me out the most was drama classes. By taking drama classes over a long period of time, you develop an understanding of the various nuances that go into social communication. Even if you still find them weird and hard to adapt to, at least you can, by the way, I meant to do that. You, Meryl, you have a gun. Can you please use it? What are you waiting for? Shoot, bitch.
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Johnny's just got his ass hanging out back there.
I'm telling you, shoot!
You've... Oh, okay. It's like, what do you mean by contacts? Oh my god. I can't read and shoot. Thank you, Meryl. Why were you hesitating, dude? Shit. Okay, I gotta focus for a second, guys. Go to bread. Bye-bye. Meryl, he was right there. What the hell are you doing? Seeing me lie down, that's supposed to confuse the enemy, right? There we go. Apparently these darts are so sharp they can go through those Kevlar helmets. Alright, I know there's one of you with a grenade. Let's go. No, you take that. Permanently. Stay still. Don't you shoot me. Right. Easily peasily. Alright. Yeah, PZ, sorry, I had to move on. I wish I could give you a list of things. The end is the beginning is the end. He's a guy who's like very, very supportive on my channel. Shout out to you, my man, especially for having a Smashing Pumpkins title as your screen name. That means you and I are automatically friends. He said, I couldn't be more grateful to be here for this momentous moment in the history of your channel. Well, not a question, but a very, very kind compliment. Thank you very much, man. Actually, yeah, you think this is volatile? You should see what I'm like when I'm like. I seriously considered playing Bloodborne for the stream, but then I realized, you know what? I might do or say something that could get me canceled while I play that game. And with Metal Gear Solid, I know these games in and out, so it's a lot easier to multitask, which I'm already terrible at. So, are you going, just looking at the live chat very quickly. Adam says, are you, oh hey Nuka, thanks for dropping by. Adam says, are you going to do any Sekiro lore deep dives in the Japanese mythology or story it's based on? Eventually, yes, I will. My fiance, the great thing about her is that she's well versed in a lot of Eastern mythology, so she compliments me in that. Why am I not? Oh, it's because I'm on B1. We actually have been planning on doing a video related to Japanese and Chinese mythology coming up pretty soon, and Sekiro would definitely be one of those things that we would like to cover. So yeah. I can't say it will happen very soon, but I don't know, I could see it happening sometime this year. I don't know why I just equipped that, I'm sorry. Alright. And who annoyances do the swapper? Yeah. Sumo-san says, I remember during the time of the pandemic where you felt quite low because you perhaps didn't feel you were getting very far with your work life or your channel. But look at you now. You made the right decision by persevering and not giving up. This community is proud of you. Onward to 500,000. Yeah, I'm so glad that it always makes me happy to see people that stick around for such long periods of time. And yeah, I remember the video that you're referring to where I talked about that. I think it came out almost 2 years ago. So this guy's been around for 2 years. Thank you. Yeah, it hasn't always been easy, but thanks to my wonderful supportive audience, people that believe in what I'm trying to do, and I've been mentioning my fiance. I wouldn't have met her if it weren't for doing YouTube and cultivating the audience that we have. I actually mean that literally. So, looking back at the live chat, Mr. Max, hope you're having a great night. Your take on the final codec call in MGS2 I find very interesting. It reminds me of 20 years back when my dad tried to explain to me the context behind it. Thanks, man. Did you happen to watch it recently, or are you like one of the people that came here from Asmongold? That was awesome, by the way. Asmongold reacting to one of my videos. Let's see. One more question before we fight Ocelot. There's a lot of really kind words, and I'm grateful for them. Thine Ombine, one of my lovely moderators, sends in $2 super chat. Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining. Old men running the world. Wait, wrong game. Right. Okay, Vincent Prescott, I'll answer your question in a second, because he has multiple questions. 1990 Alone says, your channel got me into the Jungian concept depictions of media. Nice! 46 and 2 is now my favorite Tool song, and I love Serial Experiments Lane despite not being an anime fan. Wow, that's... Serial Experiments Lane, that's like, that's a really hit or miss first anime for people to start with. It's very weird. It's like watching... You see Ocelot. Watching David Lynch's movies before being a film fan. But that's great. So he says, my question is, can you recommend other movies, anime shows that touch on Jung's ideas? Well, movies, off the top of my head, Full Metal Jacket is apparently Stanley Kubrick's take on the concept of the shadow. Games, if you're looking at Jung's concept of the anima, Maria from Silent Hill 2 is the prime example. Video games, there's a whole bunch of video games that reference Jung's ideas. Games like Control, Alan Wake, Xenogears, Persona is probably the best example because, it's all Jung's theories all the time. And yeah, that's the best I can do right now. But now it's time to fight Ocelot. Okay, this is a little bit tricky because I'm fighting him with the M9 and not the SOCOM. So I gotta focus here. Okay. Nope. Get up. Okay, come here, old man. How are you still able to run like this at this age? Seriously. Oh! Shit, I hate it when my monitor does that.
A gun's power isn't in its muzzle velocity or its caliber.
I just gotta be able to get behind him. And then it should be easy. No, what do you... Don't take out the scope? What the hell's the matter with you? Oh, would you stop running around for half a second? I'm clawing my controller right now. I don't want to shoot too early, because I need to save my ammo for when I'm fighting Raven. That's a pain in the ass. What the... Hello?
I love to reload during a battle.
Yes! Okay.
All right.
Now it's going to be easy. Stop tagging me. Leave me alone. See this? You see this right now. What a bitch. Ah! Ah! You ain't spit. Okay, reload. Alright, we got this. You like that? Who the man? Worms sends in... Worms T17 sends in a... Ooh. What is that? That's pounds, right? £8 and 99 pence. Thank you. That's very generous of you, Worms. He says, hello there, Max. Been watching your stuff for quite a while now. I'd like to ask if you've ever come across videos, written pieces on Sonic and autism. Do keep up the work you do on Autism Talk. Take care. I do know that there is some sort of weird interrelation between the Sonic fan community and autism, but I don't know like anything else beyond that, honestly. Like, I suppose that is something I should probably look into, considering like historically my two main focuses have been autism and gaming. So I apologize. I'm not being coy. Like, I know there's weird stuff there, but I honestly don't know. Hey, Daniel. DJ, you have no idea. I can do some Steven Tyler when I really want to. Oh, going back to Vincent Prescott's. Damn it, just wasted another fucking bullet. Oh my god. Fighting Raven is going to be a pain in the Keister, Mister. Yeah, we don't really need the FAMAS if we're going for a no-kill run, but you never know. Maybe I'll fuck up or give up, and I'll need this. 1 second, I want to... Vincent Prescott sends in a pretty lengthy message. He says, to express how much I love what you do, I'll tell you this. In November, I checked my subscriptions on YouTube. There were several thousands of them. Most of those channels I don't watch, and some can't even remember. So I unsubscribed manually to almost all of them. Now I only have a handful of subscriptions. You were among those 5 channels I decided to keep in my Oh my god, thanks, man. Vincent, that's very sweet of you, and it just further enforces my belief that I'm not wasting my time. That you guys are really getting a lot out of this. It means a lot. He says, your videos feel sincere, and I like that a lot. Well, I try to be. It feels like you love doing what you do, and I personally love the results. I do love my job. If there will be a Q&A, I have a few questions. 1, are you feeling better? I remember you struggled with pains a few years ago. Yes. The reason why is because I left my previous job to do YouTube full-time. I kind of had to because I was in a lot of pain. So in case you guys haven't been around for too long, back... Oh, I'm stupid. Why did I do that? Oh, well. I guess the no alert run is out the window. See, that's what happens when I can't... I'm not in the zone when I'm streaming and playing. God, I'm stupid. Yeah, so a couple years ago when I quit my original job, even though I really liked my original job, I couldn't stay at it any longer because I was having severe leg pains. Like, I would go into work, I'd be there for 2 hours, and then I would be in agony. I would have to take painkillers to be able to get through a day. And thankfully I didn't get addicted to them. But thankfully, because I'm no longer doing that type of work, the pain has mostly gone away. So, thank God for that. We're going to B1, because we got to get the M9 bullets there. 2, he said, did you play To the Moon? It's a great little game with one of the main characters having Asperger's syndrome. I hope you could share your opinion on her depiction. Yeah, I've wanted to do a video on To the Moon for a while. I have played it twice, actually. It's the second... So there are only 2 video games in my life that have ever made me cry. One was Metal Gear Solid 3, and it was only the very end of the game, because of just the unfairness of what happened to the boss. And the other is To the Moon, because it's the most emotional game I've ever played, and it's in large part due to the fact that one of the characters has Asperger's syndrome, and the way that she's portrayed is just so... It hits too close to home, you know? It's kind of brutal. Okay, we gotta get the suppressor. Oh, well, first we should probably call woman who gets her storyline ruined in Metal Gear Solid 4. Who are you?
Who are you?
Shut up. Next question. Did you play Shadow of Destiny? Yes, I just said to Phil earlier on in the stream that I have started playing that, and it might be one of the next games that I cover, so stay tuned for that. And 4, why the yellow skin? That's a bit of a long story. If you guys, if there's any other questions coming up in regards to the whole why stay yellow thing or why it's yellow skin, there's a video on my channel where I explain that. Just type into the YouTube search box Max Derrat stay yellow, and you'll find it. By the way, I just remembered. I said I was going to do a reveal of some announcements after every boss fight, and we just fought Ocelot. So, first thing I want to tell you guys, there is a patron of mine who is going to school currently for marketing and data analytics, search engine optimization. Basically, just he's the type of guy that you go to when you're trying to help build your business. He reached out to me as a patron saying, hey, I'm looking to do a project for school, and I was wondering if I could work with you to see if I can try and bring more traffic to your channel. So we've been working on that, and one thing that he thought would be worthwhile doing is setting up a main website. So, starting tomorrow, I will have my own website. This is what the front page is going to be looking like. It's maxderrat.com. I will be putting that in the description box and stuff from now on. What I'm hoping to do with it is I'm hoping to not just make it a place where I can put my videos or link my videos, but also use it as a conduit for other things that I'm wanting to do for my future goals. So if you look at the top there, it says a deeper dive into the unconventional. One thing that I'm hoping to do in regards to the Max Derrat brand, if you will, is to not just do video games. I mean, like, I will always do video games and all the other stuff that I'm doing right now, but try to brand it as, like, try to give a focal point that I'm aiming at. Because I understand that the way that I put out my content and the stuff that I talk about, it sort of seems a little bit all over the place. But I'm trying to rebrand it so it all serves one singular purpose. And that singular purpose is alternative forms of learning. I will go more into that when I can share it, okay? But yeah, maxderrat.com. This is the front page, and this is going to hopefully help catapult the channel and the brand to the next level. So that's the first announcement. I'll be making a couple more as the stream goes along. I know a couple more super chats have come in. I will answer those once we get outside. Hold on, I gotta select the damn screen again. So we gotta get the suppressor. Shut up. Yeah, I had to take 10 seconds out of my life to set in his face. Bastard. Let's see, super chats. Sacred Pain. Hey, Sacred Pain, good to see you as always, man. Sends in $10. Very, very generous of you. He says, I forgot to post my question on the community tab. Feel free to read at the end. Congrats on 300K. What are some of your other favorite bands besides Tool and Smashing Pumpkins? Any music that inspires your work? Okay, so top 10 favorite artists. Okay, here you go. In no particular order. Rush, the Canadian progressive rock band. Green Day. That might surprise a lot of you, but yes, I do like them. Shut up, Meryl. I'm trying to talk about my favorite bands here. The Beatles, Michael Jackson, the White Stripes, the Smiths. I love Beck. I love St. Vincent. I love Tool, obviously. Pink Floyd. I love the big four grunge bands. You know, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, and Nirvana. What? And yeah, you know, like, before I started doing YouTube, music was what I was going to go into. It's a large part of my life, but Yeah. Too many bands to mention at the moment. Let's see what other super chats. Skeeth170 says your content was recently recommended to me by the algorithm. I've been binging it since I love your content. Yes, nice man. What video brought you here? Was it like the Planescape Torment one, Metal Gear one, Silent Hill stuff? Shut up, Deep Throat. Pick a better, less controversial name next time. You know what? I'm just gonna crawl forward. That's the easiest way to not get blown up here, right? Yeah, I fucking love Soundgarden. Been listening to so much Soundgarden lately. Salted Peanut sends in 50 of that denomination. I don't know what that is. He says, any thoughts on David Lynch's use of utility posts in Twin Peaks and similarities to Serial Experiments Lane and what they represent symbolizes respectively? I don't know what you mean by utility posts, man. Oh, wait. Are you talking about, like, the humming of the power lines? I don't know. Like, I've never watched Twin Peaks, honestly. Like, I know I need to. I imagine the show, based on how many people are recommending it to me, just it would be right up my alley, but I've just never had the time. Shit, I have fewer chaff grenades than I thought. Crap. I really need more chaff grenades than this. Okay. You know what? I just gotta do some raking really quick. Okay. So, throw that. And go. Alright, I'll get back to the chat and the questions in a second. I just gotta... This is like the hardest boss to fuck. Damn it. It's going horribly. Is there any... Probably a mine here or something, right? Better to be paranoid than to be sorry, right? Okay. Okay, so we got a stun grenade. That'll help a little bit. Alright, we ready, boys? And go. Guys, ready? This is gonna suck. I hate fighting this guy. That one land okay? Nope. That was garbage. Oh, but I got him in the head. That's good. Don't come away from me. Pick up them chaff grenades. Or chaff grenades. M9. Oh my god! You son of a bitch. That's not good. There goes the no ration run. Yeah. Oh, that was a good hit. That was a good hit. Or poke your ugly looking mug out. More chaff. That will be good. Come on out. Come on out, Big Papa. That was a decent hit. God, I hate fighting Raven non-lethal. And that was trash. That was the virtual equivalent of trash. Ugh. Okay. Hold still. It's a decent shot, I guess. Can you please hold the fuck still? That would be much obliged. Hold. Yes! Whew! That's what I like to see, baby. Get more chaff. Put it all in, up in and around my mouth. Oh! make sure he doesn't see me. Oh, that was a good hit. That was a good hit. It's just a little airborne. It's still good. It's still good. Don't you fucking do it. Hold the fuck still. That was a terrible shot. That is what the Italians would call garbaggio. I think it's the Italians, or maybe it's the Spanish. I don't fucking know. I don't do languages. What the fuck was that, man? Do you guys see that shit? Oh! He's not gonna pop out. Oh, yep, he did. Okay, hold the fuck still. God, this sucks. Come on out. Any day. Does that on purpose. Oh! No, don't unequip those. Now's not the time. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna have to cheese him a little bit. Kind of low-key pissing me off. Yeah, you wanna play it this way, big boy? All right. Yeah, I don't have the patience for this. You come on out, Big Papa. Yeah, you you should crawl on the ground like the snake you are, huh? Maybe you should, He's racing the roof? Dude, you didn't even hit me. What are you giggling about? Well, yeah, like, what was that about? Huh. No, you come on out. You should crawl on the ground like the snake you are. Maybe you should get your fucking raven ass in the sky like the raven you are. Punk ass. Okay. Stop moving. Okay, fuck it. Time to go back. Okay, now you're gonna stay out? Oh, this fucking guy. I hate fighting you. Alright, we'll just have to go for the no-death run, I guess. After this, it gets easier, though. Because fuck Raven. And one more hit, that should do it, right? Come on out. The water's warm. Whew. Anybody got a cigarette? Alright. Back to the super chats real quick. There are a few people asking me about face reveals, so I'll give you the same answer I've always given. I will do a face reveal when I hit 1 million subscribers. You have my word. And Schizoid Angst, wonderful YouTuber, sends in $5. Thanks for showing up, man. He says, congrats on 300k, 400k next, and it wasn't Spanish. In Spanish, it's basura. Okay. Thank you for correcting me there. All right, let me bring up the community page once again. Oh, and we just finished another boss, did we not? So now I should probably get a sip of that water. I should also make another announcement. So, I was talking about one of my main goals, which, you know, I mentioned earlier before, and most of you probably have known if you follow me for any period of time, is that I want to have games more prevalent in academia, games taught in academia. I want this year to sort of be the year that I make at least a decent push for that. And one of the first things that I would like to do is sort of a survey of my audience, and also by proxy, a survey of academia as it is right now and how it is incorporating games, if it is at all. And I know it is a little bit, but how much is what I mean. And one way I want to try and determine that is by doing some sort of a survey, like I just said. And if you guys look in the description box right now, you should see a link. Hold on, let me just make sure it's there. Yep, it says survey. There's a very, very short survey right there. It'll only take you a minute to do. It's only 6 questions. And what it will tell me is sort of the demographics of my audience, who has been in university or college, and whether or not you're a student or a professor, and to what extent you've witnessed games in an educational setting. And also I ask you guys if you could tell me what games you think should be taught in a classroom type setting. If you could go into the description box and maybe complete that survey, like I said, it'll take you less than a minute and really help me out. That'll be sort of the first main step towards my goals in 2023. Sorry, I was sort of a little bit all over the place in explaining that, but hopefully you understood what I said, or what I mean. So that's the second major announcement. I'll get to another one after we fight the ninja. Okay. No more dawdling. Let's get back to the gameplay and the questions. Oh, and DJ Evisceration sends in a $12 super chat. He says a 6-pack on me or whatever beverage you prefer. Thanks, man. I prefer root beer. I like to appear drunk when I drink root beer. Be careful, because we cannot trust you to use guns around nuclear weapons. It sounds like a problem for other people, Colonel, but I don't care. Oh, maybe I should, Huh?
Is there somebody there?
No, there's nobody there. Mind your own fucking business. Alright. Thank you for that, by the way, DJ. Oh, Guy Who Lives for Art asks me about why the yellow thing. Like I said before, look up Stay Yellow Max Derrat by putting it into the YouTube search engine. You'll get all the answers you need. Alright. Let's see if we can get up the stairs before this other yellow guy sees me. Oh, maybe I should look in the fucking lockers. Shit. Shit. Yeah, it was worth it. I got M9 bullets. Okay, we'll just wait for him to pass by and then I'll get out. Just breathe, calm down, sends in a super chat. He just sends in a question on the community page, I mean. He says, I would love to know how you made your first contact with Jung's work and also with the occult alchemical literature that you mentioned so much. I love your work, Max. Kisses from Brazil. Well, thank you very much, Just Breathe. My answer is one that's not going to make a whole lot of people happy, but hopefully by elaborating on it, you'll understand why. Why is this guy coming here? Come on. Go away. Just pick up the chaff grenades. I first got introduced to Jung from Jordan Peterson. Oh, God. No, I didn't want you to fucking do that. Choke him. There we go. Yeah, just in regards to Jung and Nietzsche and all the philosophical and mythological stuff, that's the stuff I care about when it comes to Jordan Peterson. And he had pretty cool insights into him, and that's how I found out about him. Or found out more about Jung, I mean. We don't want to go to B2 yet. We got to get the Nikita, right? And then... Yeah, so from Jung, that's how I got into the stuff like psychoanalysis and Gnosticism and alchemy, and then I branched out from that into stuff like the Kabbalah and the wider occult, just from its appearance in video games. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. You have got to go to bread. Thank you. Nighty-night. Got the Nikita. Let's see if there's anything in here that's worth grabbing. Yes. That's why you search everything, guys. Alright, next question. Angel Rivera says, I practice Hermetic Kabbalah and I love what you do on the channel. I also love indie games like The Binding of Isaac, Blasphemous. I'm trying to read and play at the same time. The Binding of Isaac, Blasphemous, Hades, etc. Would you consider doing more indie games like The Binding of Isaac? Yes. The Binding of Isaac is on my list of games to get to. And, you know, other indie games, like I did mention To the Moon before, that is definitely something I want to cover. I just, I kind of want to cover To the Moon alongside the other games that are a part of that franchise. So, what is it? There's Finding Paradise, right? And then there's a third one that I can't recall the name of. But, yeah, that and other games. Vicious Knid says, would you ever do more videos on music? I'd love to see you analyze concept albums in an alchemical, Jungian, and/or hermetic lens. Especially Gong's Radio Gnome Invisible Trilogy, Genesis's The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, Dream Theater's Metropolis, Part 2, Periphery's self-titled album, and King Crimson's first 4 albums. Well, I have considered doing music, like more videos on music. Like I said before, music was the biggest part of my life until I started doing YouTube. One of my dream projects has always been to do an analysis of Pink Floyd's The Wall, lyrically and musically. But the ones you mentioned are wonderful. Like, one of the other greatest, like, you know, The Wall is one of the greatest all-time concept albums, but another one of them is The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway by Genesis, and, you know, Dream Theater is their Dream Theater, they're legendary. So good recommendations. Yeah. I just, The Wall in particular is just such a huge undertaking. It's so deep. Stop shooting me. That I don't really know how to find time to do it while also trying to keep up with the channel, you know? So, let's see, what other questions? Okay, I got another question. I just need to take a drink of water before I poison to death. I should probably run it. 1 sec. Whew, okay. So we can run across here now, right? And we're gonna get Zet Guest Mask. Shut up. You don't see shit. I don't know why I'm putting this on. I don't really need it. Oh my god. Alrighty then. So next question comes from Slice5588, who says, congratulations, Max. You really deserve it for dedicating yourself so much to making amazing videos on mental health and deep topics. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. You really deserve it. Thanks. Slice, you're the man. I love you. First question is, what other deep games, movies, animes, books would you recommend but haven't made a video about? Oh, well, I just mentioned Pink Floyd's The Wall. That's one of them. By the way, just before I finish answering that question, he's like, look at him. He's pointing. It's like, that guy, the guy that went through that door, he's the one that fucked me up. Or that, or he's pointing at his boot. Motherfucker fucked up my shoe. See my scuff? Okay. Let's see. What else haven't I covered yet? Deep games? Xenosaga, probably. I still need to get to that, but it's just such a huge undertaking. Other deep things. I mean, like, I'm aware of a whole bunch of other deep games that I gotta get to, but I can't really think of... I don't know why I'm using that right now. I don't need to use it until he turns invisible. Where did he put that sword? Yeah, off the top of my head, Slice, I can't think of Oh, well, okay. Animes. Death Parade is a really good anime that I would recommend. That's sort of in line with this stuff I talk about. Violet Evergarden is really good. Movies. Solaris, maybe? Sorry, the sound of the train will go by in a minute. Yeah, but I can't think of any others off the top of my head. And the other question he asks is, could you please check out Enderall, a mod for Skyrim, and a movie called Absolute Denial or Mad God? Possibly you can find some interesting things on these works. I've heard of Enderall. I haven't played it yet. You know, Skyrim is just one of those games that it's a long game, right? So... Shit. What are you doing, man? Why is Mr. Fox running away from me? I don't have time for your shenanigans, Frank. Porus autumn survivas. Fuck, I can't read and fight at the same time. I'll come back to the questions in a second. Son of a bitch. Normally I don't fuck up this much when I'm fighting Frank. Alright, Mr. Jaeger. That's Japanese for warrior, right? Or is it German for warrior? I don't know. There's something about my left stick that's fucking up. Oh well, it's not too much of a problem, thankfully. Yeah, now we got him in a loop. Yeah, you ain't shit. You got all these cybernetic enhancements and shit, and you can't beat flesh and bone. A bitch. Oh. See that GameCube on the table?
That's good, Snake. Snake, hurry up and catch me.
Yo, stop pissing, dog! Yeah, let's fight like warriors, but I'm gonna be invisible.
I'm here, Snake.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're gonna use technology and I'm not... I'm gonna use the thermal goggles. Alright. Porum Utam Srivastava, apologies if I mispronounced your name, says, love your work in the latest Planescape video. It's my favorite game of all time that I discovered in the COVID times during the lockdown, which was a few years after I had discovered your channel. One sec. My question is, will you be making more Planescape content now that you've finally delved into the game? And if so, are there any videos that are already down the pipeline that you'd be comfortable to share? I think I will be doing more Planescape videos because my newest, the one that I just put out on Planescape, is doing so remarkably well that I think it's inevitable, right? As for videos coming down the pipeline, I can tell you guys that I finished Final Fantasy VI for the first time. I'm thinking of doing a video on it. I'm just trying to find the right angle. But yeah, I don't want to spoil anything else. I will tell you though that the next video coming out is going to be on an anime. An anime that I just finished watching. It should be out this coming Friday. I'll hurt you, alright. Yeah, let's fight like warriors, but I'm gonna use my teleporting powers, my high frequency blade, my invisibility, my backflips, which are very likely to be cybernetically enhanced backflips. Although, Snake was doing backflips in the cutscenes and shit. Alright. Easy peasy. Alright, as much as I'd like to see you freak out and bang your head against the floor. I gotta move on. All right, let's take a look at the chat real quick. Azure Sky says, "Hey Max, discovered you recently from your analysis on the one-word themes for each MGS game. I really enjoyed those videos. Thanks, man. Glad to be able to make the day of any fellow Metal Gear Solid fan. Happy, you know, when I find out that my contributions to the Metal Gear fandom are positive." I'm playing on an emulator, Yellow Jacket. I'm using a Dolphin with the HD texture pack. It looks amazing. Monster was just put on Netflix? Nice! That's my favorite anime, by the way, guys. If anybody's gonna ask that question, it's Monster. Jaeger is Hunter in German. Okay, gotcha.
If she's disguised as the enemy, you'll have to contact...
Okay.
You're right.
Howling Man says, "Congratulations, man. You do incredible work. I love the streams. I subbed during the MGS1 stream." Wow. So you've been around for a couple of years, man. Thanks for sticking around for as long as you have. He says, "Questions. What are your thoughts on the psychology of Sekiro? I've seen your take on Dark Souls, but not Sekiro unless I missed it. Congratulations again, man. You earned it." I haven't gotten around to Sekiro for two reasons. One, from what I understand, it doesn't really have that psychological depth or like mythological depth. Well, no, not mythological. From what I understand, it does have mythological depth, but not the kind that I tend to cover on my channel, you know? Is there any secrets in here? No. Plus, I haven't played it just because it takes so much getting used to the combat system in that game that I never really had the time. I might do a video on it one day, though. Thanks for the question. Alright, just gonna get another sip of water real quick. Okay. Luis Philippe Camphorse says, "Congratulations on 300K and Happy New Year." Well, Happy New Year to you too, Luis. Can take out this gas mask that I don't really need. Luis follows up by saying, "My question is, what is your method of researching new concepts and stuff you know little about? Any tips for people who want to investigate something but don't know how to start?" Well, it depends on what you're looking at. Just for myself, if I'm looking into a game, normally I go based off of the recommendations that people have made to me on my channel over the years. So I have a huge list of games that people have recommended to me. And then when I'm trying to decide which game I want to do next, what I've done is I go through all the games on that list, and then I go to this website called howlongtobeat.com. And it tells me roughly how long it takes for me to beat each of the games that are on that list. And then I determine, based on how long the game is, you know, I try to determine which games I should play next. I try to go with one long game and then one short game. And then when I'm trying to research a game, I just try to look up as much data about it as I can. I go to all the wikis, I go to the fan forums, I go to any official game guides and stuff like that. That's for games. As for like subjects like Jungian psychology, I look at the Jungian text as well as the text of the other psychoanalysts. Okay, so that's not Meryl. I'm looking for Meryl. Bye-bye. Yo, Meryl. Can you hurry the fuck up? We got a world to save here. And yes, I'm following you into the ladies' bathroom because I'm a pervert. For alchemy, I gotta do a video sort of, because a lot of people have asked me like, "Hey, I want to read more about alchemy. Like, what text can you recommend?" I gotta put out a video just listing all the different texts. Alright, we gotta fight Mantis now. Hold on, what if I equip the gas mask? Does it show up during the cutscene? I don't think so, right? That'd be funny. It's like mocking Mantis. No. Alright, never mind. You're supposed to hit her! You're damn right I'm gonna hit that. Yeah, it's a case-by-case basis. Was it Luis? Yeah, Luis who asked that question. I can't really tell you unless you ask me about a specific subject, and even if you do, it takes too long for me to get into. All right, so this is going to be a little bit interesting. You're supposed to hit her. All right, just did. All right, I gotta do this really funky thing with Dolphin, where I switch the controller ports. You're a very methodical man. Yes, I know. I'm the man. I got Big Jones. Even though canonically Snake can't use it. Yeah, no problem, Luis. Make Fox sound great against. That's a great name. Says Max, do you have a big social circle in real life? Asperger's limits me in that regard. No, I don't, dude. I've always found that it's better to just have one or two friends that you're really close to. They're the people that are worth your time. Oh yeah, so I gotta switch the controllers. So, standard controller, configure, refresh. Okay, that should work. Start in A. Game. Why isn't it working? Did that work? Oh, there we go. Alright. We're gravy, baby. This is why I picked up the thermal goggles at the beginning of the game. So I can see where he is. Fucker. Now it's just time to get on the ground and cheese him up. Oh. Damn it. Nobody wants to see the world through your eyes. Mantis, you ugly. Oh. Oh, I think I just destroyed Kojima's portrait. Sorry, Kojima-san, peace be upon you. See how much easier this is compared to fighting Raven? Cause I got skills, bitch! Oh, I got better technology. Cool, I get to shoot her in the face again? Night night! Thank you. I mean, low-key, I'd be okay with this just to save her from the storyline that she gets at the end of the game. I mean, at Metal Gear Solid 4. Oh, but it is. Yeah, Marilyn Manson-looking motherfucker. Where are you? Oh yeah, now he just starts doing his Hadouken thing. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay, I got your number, asshole. But it showed. Can I cheese him? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, throw your bitch ass Thunderball. What is he doing? You see, it's like he's riding a bicycle. Come here. Haha! See them pro strats right there? Oh, I didn't hit him. Oh well. I almost got him. Would you stop? There we go. Alright, alright. We got this bitch. Okay, stop it, Snake. It's just pitiful. Stop! Ha ha ha! Fucker. Hey, thanks, Joe S. Dude, isn't it like 1 o'clock where you are right now? Thanks very much for your generosity, though, dude. He says, congrats, Max. Looking forward to 500k. Joe S. is a wonderful patron of mine. Who I speak to regularly, hoping to promote his book very soon. Alright, now I gotta put the thing back into the #1 socket. Okay, that should have done it. Alright, so I forgot to do the announcement after the ninja. Okay, so announcement number 3. You guys ever heard of a YouTuber named The Masked Man? The reason why I ask, here's his channel in case you've never heard of him. The reason why I ask is because low-key, he and I are working on a collaboration video. I won't say what it is, but we are actively exchanging notes right now. And look forward to that. Okay? So, shh. That'll be our little secret. Okay. Let's get back to the questions. Ruka the Kid says, first of all, thank you very much for your content and congratulations for this amazing milestone. My question is, did you ever feel anxiety or fear when thinking about your future job or not knowing if you'd ever make it as an adult? If so, how did you deal with it? Much love from Portugal. Thank you, Ruka, very much. I deal with that anxiety all the time. See, having autism, this is a statistic that many people on the spectrum are familiar with. 80% of people that are on the autism spectrum are either unemployed or underemployed. And I'm one of the lucky people that can consider himself just barely into the 20% margin where I am fully employed. Thankfully, YouTube makes me just enough money to allow me to be in that category, and thank God for that. But as always, you just worry about whether or not, if things were to go downhill, how would you be able to bolster yourself against hard times? And that actually will, I'll sort of expand a little bit more upon that theme when I get into my last announcement, which I'll detail after I fight Sniper Wolf, like in regards to things that I plan to do in order to keep myself in that 20% bracket. But I dealt with it, dude, by realizing, you never really fully deal with it, but you deal with it by realizing, look, am I doing my best in every circumstance that is presented to me? And if I truly am, then I learn to make peace with that fact, That's how I deal with it. Mad Prophet says, I love your videos. Thank you for all you do. Well, thank you, Mad Prophet. You're the man. He says, I'm interested in a ton of the topics that I think you're interested in as well. Topics like symbolism, Jungian psychology, etc. I'm hoping to do a deep dive into these myself in 2023 to increase my knowledge and deepen my understanding. My question is, what games/anime, movies, TV shows would you recommend, works that you think are really cool, and given the interests I've described, should certainly experience? Plus, what books would you recommend to gain actual knowledge on these? Well, I sort of partially answered that question before. Somebody asked a question similar to that. As for books, if you're looking to get into Jungian psychology, the best book to start with is Modern Man in Search of a Soul. That's the most approachable in order to sort of get an understanding of what Jung was trying to do with his overall project, if that makes any sense. Go to bed, even though you're already in bed, asleep. After that, I would either recommend reading 2 essays on analytical psychology, that's the name of the actual text, or Archetypes in the Collective Unconscious. Those are, of like the main big texts that he's written, I think those are the ones that are the easiest to understand. And then once you read those books, I think you'll be able to approach stuff like, let's see, what are some of his harder texts? Psychology and Religion, East and West. That's another text. You can read Ion, but definitely do not read Ion until you read some of the books that I just mentioned. And if you're looking to understand any of those texts, I would, like, if you're having trouble understanding those texts as you read them, there's a Jungian scholar named Edward Ettinger who does, like, Cliff's Notes of Jung's works. Shut up, Meryl. And he made stuff like Ion very easy for me to understand. All right. Let me get another sip of this water.
This place is mine. I'll take point again. Stay back, okay?
Shut up, Meryl. Stop telling me what to do. You're not my real mom. DR Suro, by the way, says, thoughts on analog horror, including stuff like Mandela Catalog, Local 58, Slenderman, and Greedo's Mario Horror thing, which is now ending today on stream. I honestly don't know what analog horror is. Like, I know what Slenderman is, but... yeah, I'm sorry, man. I don't have much to say in that regard. By the way, I just want to pick up all these claymores because I have to run out of here at the end and the claymores stick around. So just hold on. Oh, well, thanks, game. Have you read Simulacra and Simulation? No, I have not, Hyperbolar. Realhead sends in a $5 super chat, says, congrats again. If you haven't already, you should check out the Swedish sci-fi book series, Tales from the Loop by Simon Stallenhag. Well, thank you for the recommendation, dude. I will do my best to check that out someday when I have the time. Okay, time to GTFO. Good luck, Meryl. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you for the question, Mad Prophet. Next thing here. Realhead says, amazing, you deserve so much more. I hope you have a great 2023. Thank you, Realhead, and thank you. I hope you have the best 2023 that you can possibly have as well. Oh, here come Mom and Dad. Shh, your baby's safe with me. Oh man, you know what? There's this. So some of you guys may know that my favorite YouTuber is Vash12349. He has this hilarious playthrough, and one running joke that he does in the playthrough is he likes to punch the crap out of this dog. The dog doesn't die, but it's just like you can punch him over and over again, and just make like this, like paint this entire room with blood. But just to avoid controversy, I'm not going to do that. But trust me, it's funny. So, Realhead says, I have two questions. How do you feel about The Hero with a Thousand Faces by Joseph Campbell? I can't remember if you've already talked about it. Been a while since I've read it, but I remember it being a bit too simplistic for my tastes. I felt he took a lot of nuances out of myths to make broad comparisons. I get that's kind of the point with the monomyth, but it feels a little too simplistic that, of course, you're going to find similarities. Well, I've never read... Oh, sorry, he continues. Plus, it's annoying how often storytellers, especially filmmakers, feel the need to have or to use it as a guideline, such as George Lucas. Comes off to me as very limiting for the sake of following tropes. I understand what you're saying. I never read The Hero of a Thousand Faces, but I understand the basic gist of it. Look, you don't find it weird that most stories have a protagonist or an antagonist, or, you know, stories that have comedic foils. Sorry, Mr. Kojima. Right? It's because those are the foundational aspects of a story. Just because a story follows the hero's journey a large portion of the time, that doesn't really mean, like, it doesn't mean that Joseph Campbell's trying to take the nuance out of the myth. He's just pointing out that there's an underlying pattern to a lot of stories, but that pattern, the reason why it stays fresh is because it differs in the details, right? So, by the way, Loki, that's the guy who was the head of Silicon Knights when I was still around. I met him in real life. And even though I have no proof to back this up, you're just going to have to take my word for it. when I met him in real life, I asked him if sort of the cheesiness and the like the over-the-top nature of the action scenes in Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes were his idea or Kojima's idea. He said it was Kojima's idea. Like I said, I had no proof for that, so you'll just have to trust me, but yeah. And then the second question that Realhead says is, what are your favorite films and why? Okay, like with my favorite artists, I'll give you my top 10, okay? God, my throat. So, going from 10 to 1, Apocalypse Now, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Terminator 2, The Fugitive with Harrison Ford and Tommy Lee Jones, Good Will Hunting, Amélie, which is the French film with Audrey Tautou, Casablanca, The Lion King, Roman Holiday, and Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. Those are my top 10 favorites. Right, that's what we were coming for. Yeah, the colonel's gonna be like, so you got yourself a PSG-1. T. Now go save my niece / daughter. You didn't hear that second part. Ace Person says, I guess my question would be, what are your must-watch / play games, shows, and movies? You definitely have a much more varied background for psychological studies than me and would be interested in hearing what I should give a try. Well, that's too broad a question, dude. I unfortunately don't have time to list all of those. The best thing I can suggest you do is just look back at all the videos on my channel, and those are just the stuff that I cover: movies, TV, games, and books. Those are the ones you should absolutely take a look at. Thanks for the question. Willen says, hey, I just recently... Oh, sorry, gotta shoot the dog. Go to bed, Poochie. Willen says, hey, I just recently discovered your content, but it's really entertaining and informative thus far. You've inspired me to play a lot of games down the line, like Deus Ex and Metal Gear Solid. Keep up the good work. Thank you, sir. You will definitely enjoy those games. They will change your life like they have mine. All right, and he says, as for questions, what do you consider to be the most optimistic, uplifting game of all time? Not necessarily in an everything is great way, but more in a way that inspires a hopeful message. It's a topic I don't feel gets discussed enough when talking about profound stuff in games, and I'd love to hear your take on it. I'd say one of the Xeno games, but you probably know better than me. Final Fantasy IX, off the top of my head, I think that's one of the better ones. It tackles a lot of really heavy, deep philosophical issues, but it makes the best case for why you should say yes to life despite all the suffering that it brings, because there's so much dignity and meaning in dealing with all that suffering, and even more so if you deal with it surrounded by the people that you love. That's Final Fantasy IX. Other uplifting games. Maybe the Talos Principle, because it's the Talos Principle is a really good example of a game that sort of shows the joys of and the importance of thinking for yourself. Nier Automata, even though it has a sad ending somewhat, it's uplifting in a way too, about like the importance of creating your own meaning and stuff like that. All right, I gotta focus real quick. Damn it. Get some. Okay. I'm trying to cheese her a little bit. Fuck. Get one in the vagina. And she's gonna do a little groundhog thing. There you go. In the tit. Pop your ugly looking mug out. Oh, use the cigs. Bye bye. I'ma put you to bed. Oh. Even before you start. That was a preemptive shh. Just know I have a whole other bag of shh. with your name on it. Can I hit it? Oh, sweet, I can. You ain't shit! Oh, that was cool. Got her. Let me look at the live chat real quick. Hey Max, what would most likely happen if I confessed love to my therapist? You serious? Love for your therapist, you mean? They would probably say no, because that would be unprofessional. But, like, I think it's something that... that's too deep a question that I don't think I have the qualifications to answer that, especially on stream, dude. GG though, or GL though. Oh hey, John Doe says, why do you like Jung so much? Because Jung, like Nietzsche, just they go so far above and beyond. Like they're just such deep thinkers. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just like, yeah. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, like I do, but to explain it succinctly and in a short way, I don't have the qualifications to do on stream. Let's see. Somebody said something in the chat that I wanted to address. Yeah, sweet bitter. That's a good way of putting it, BG man. Oh yes, so Flynn just brought up Shin Megami Tensei. Guys, aside from Persona, which I know like would be everybody's #1 choice, which Shin Megami Tensei game should I start with? Because I've never played like Digital Devil Saga or any of the mainline Shin Megami Tensei games. Ugh, God. Throat is killing me, man. Alright, gotta torture myself real quick. Holy shit!
How did you like that?
It was alright.
Go again?
Yeah, sure. Can you just, turn up the... You didn't let me finish, Ocelot. I was gonna say, can you turn up the electricity in my nether regions?
Oh, we're not finished yet.
Did I say that out loud? You ain't shit, Ocelot! Oh. All you did is make me smell like Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I love some KFC. Thank you. Alright, now we just gotta chill in the cell while we wait for Otacon to come get us. Oh, Cold Pickle already asked that question on Tool. Maverick asks, congratulations, man. I don't really have a question, but what do you think of the novels of Dostoevsky and Albert Camus? I would like to see an analysis of Crime and Punishment, Brothers Karamazov, or The Stranger. Well, I love them both. Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment is my all-time favorite novel. That book fucked me up for life.
I caught a cold. That witch. She took my clothes.
Hey, Johnny, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to talk here. Okay? Nobody likes you. You ruined Meryl's life at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4. And you shit your pants. Why? Yeah, anyways. Yeah, I love Crime and Punishment. Sorry, I should probably call Otacon. 14112, right? Yeah, Otacon, get your bitch ass down here and make yourself useful. Okay, thank you. I still need to... It's been a while since I've read The Brothers Karamazov. That is a great book to recommend that I do a video on. And I do like Camus. I haven't read as much of his work, though. I read The Plague, because somebody recommended I read it while I play Pathologic 2, and it actually really enhanced the experience. Thank you for the recommendation. Myth of Sisyphus, The Stranger, all wonderful works. Camus a little bit too pessimistic for my liking, but doesn't mean he's not brilliant, which he is. Thanks for the question, Maverick. Hey, Abby. Gracias. Russ says, congratulations on your success. I can't wait for the Planescape Torment video. Well, it's out now.
It's showtime. Ocelot wants you.
Wants me how? Like sexually? Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just not how I swing. Russ says, please will you consider doing an analysis of the Elder Scrolls series of video games, especially the Dwemer and their fall and mysterious disappearance, and including the Daedra and the Pantheon, especially games 3, 4, and 5, an episode or more for each game. Also would absolutely love to see your thoughts on... Shut up.
Shall we go again?
Also would absolutely love to see your thoughts on Icewind Dale 1 and 2. Maybe even Baldur's Gate. Do you see what I guys do for you guys?
Had enough yet? Oh, we're not finished yet.
Torturing myself for your pleasure. That ain't shit. Am I a strong man, Ocelot? Am I a strong man?
You're a strong man.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, after having played Planescape, I am definitely inclined to look more into the Dungeons & Dragons universe. It seems wonderful. Planescape was my first exposure to it. As for Elder Scrolls, I mean, I love Oblivion. I played the crap out of Oblivion back in the day. A buddy of mine recently helped me install mods for Morrowind, so I still need to play that. I would love to look into the Elder Scrolls lore. It's just, the problem is, like I said before, sometimes games are just so long and the mythology is just so extensive that there's not enough hours in the day for me to be able to tackle a game series like Elder Scrolls anytime soon, unfortunately. I'm just not as well versed in it. I will say, though, like somebody, one thing I'll reveal, somebody asked me like what projects I have on the go at the moment.
My stomach. Damn it.
I hope there's no toilet paper, motherfucker. One game I actually started playing for the first time recently was The Witcher 3. That's an example of a really long game, but yeah, it's just so popular, and people have been asking me to do videos on characters from that game, like Gunther O'Dim and the Bloody Baron, and one or two others I can't think of off the top of my head. That's taking my attention right now, and not the Elder Scrolls, but I'll get around to it one day.
Hey, I'm here. Where?
Michael Brennick says, ooh, here's an interesting question. What are 3 things you've learned in your research for these videos that you were really surprised by? Hold on, did I read that correctly? What are 3 things you've learned in your research for these videos that you were really surprised by? Like something that I learned while playing a game or researching a game that surprised me? Again, dude, that's like too broad a question, and I can't think of like something that surprised me off the top of my head. One thing I'll say, actually, just now that I mentioned The Witcher 3, apparently that game makes references to the Kabbalah at one point in the story. That surprised me. I didn't think a game based on Polish mythology would reference something like that, but yeah, I can't think of 3 things. Sorry, man.
That's better.
All right. About to waste some ketchup. Thunderbolt says, is there going to be more videos based on the Legacy of Kain series? Really enjoyed your take on the character of Raziel, so I was wondering if you're interested in doing one for Kain himself as well. Maybe.
What the hell?
I mean, if I were to ever do one on Legacy of Kain again, it would probably be like a psychological profile. Die! Oh, you can't kill him. I mean, you can kill him in the PS1 version, but not here? Okay. I guess at this point, Kojima had plans for Johnny. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to Legacy of Kain, because it is just... You're right, man. It is such a rich series. Fuck. Well, just in case. So what you're saying is you hate Johnny, Max. Yes, I hate Johnny. Anything in here? No. Alright, so now what do we gotta do? We gotta get to the communication tower, right? We have the level 6 card. Here, let's... Oh, shit. I'm just gonna go down to the armory real quick. It'll sort of give me more time to answer some questions and see if there's any extra stuff there. Jack Hitchens says, "Hi Max, has utilizing popular culture with deep philosophical and psychological ideas become your fundamental way of understanding complex topics?" I wouldn't say it's my fundamental way. It's just, you know, whenever you analyze a piece of art, you try to use multiple different lenses of understanding. And then when you have those multiple lenses, it helps you to gain a greater appreciation for the power of a piece of art. So yes, philosophy and psychology, while those are the primary ways, I also try to look at, you know, the cultural context of a movie, like when the movie was made, what culture it was made in, the times, the political... Oh, and Eternal Darkness. That's pretty cool. You know, I also try to consider the socio-political perspectives of positions that I don't necessarily agree with. Yeah, like I just said, it's just multiple different tools. I would say maybe like philosophical and psychological are my favorite ways of interpreting things, and you know, people seem to enjoy it the most when I talk about stuff like that in that way. You are dead as hell. But yeah. Hey, Joran Johnson sends in 2,200. I don't know what denomination that is, but thank you. Yo, just got back from the club. I'm going to sleep, but not before I financially support you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. And you should probably go to sleep if, you know, if your name is any indication. It's got to be like, what, 2 or 3 in the morning where you are? Not often I join the streams because of the time difference. I just want to say I love your work. I do view your videos as proper work. I do view your videos as proper work. Oh, okay. I was just wondering what you meant by that. Thank you, dude. That's really sweet of you. And have a good sleep, and have a good rest of your weekend. Thank you for taking time to stop by. Even though I imagine you must be fucking beat right now. Okay, I always forget what's in these rooms. Stinger missiles? Sir. Oh, the digital camera. So they have Stinger ammo in here, yet you can't really get it until you get to the, Oh. Okay. I'm just gonna... Something up with my left stick, man. Oh, bomb in the inventory! Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot about that. Thank you, Phil. Yeah. Son of a bitch. See, that's... Like I said, that's what I'm talking about. I can't...
That was a close one, Snake. Ocelot. You'll pay for that.
Yeah, you'll pay for that in MGS4. Yeah, thank you for reminding me of that. See, that's what happens. I forget obvious things like that when I'm not zoned in on the game and I'm multitasking. Here, I need another drink of water. Your boy needs some moisture. Yum, I've honestly never heard of Bakano. But thank you for the recommendation. Like my, you know what? My fiance, she's the big weeb. She's the one that's always recommending anime. I'll just write the name of that anime down right now. She is in the other room playing Overwatch. I will ask her about it when the stream is done. Okay. Next question. Dark Magician 2904 says, I found your channel about 2 months ago after YouTube recommended your first Full Metal Alchemist video. Nice. Probably a dumb question, but as a fan of FMA, I want to know if humans could use FMA-style alchemy in real life, or you were sent to that world, what would you do? Hold on, let me read that again. I want to know if humans could use FMA-style alchemy in real life, or you were sent to that world, what would you do? Would you still be an alchemist and try to learn everything about it and alchemy? No. Because I think the fundamental meaning of that show, like the message it was trying to get across, is that you don't need alchemy when you have the power of love and friendship, which, you know, is saccharine and effusive a message as that is. That is ultimately the conclusion that has come to at the end of Brotherhood, right? And plus, you know, if you've watched my videos on stuff like Martyrs and Techno Lies, you probably know what my position is on the idea of attaining immortality, which is the ultimate goal of the alchemists via the Philosopher's Stone, right? Immortality is not a good idea. Hardy Hologram says, congrats on the 300k, Max. My question is simple. What's the worst injury you've ever had? Wow, I can't recall last time I got a question like that. The worst injury I've ever had. Well, thankfully I've never broken any bones. Would an allergic reaction be considered an injury? Not really, right? Like, I almost died from ingesting peanuts at the age of 6. But as far as like a physical injury, oh crap! I can't see that with the fucking. All right, I'm so hood. I couldn't see the fucking reticle because I had the thermal goggles on because I was looking out for mines. Okay, yeah, you guys just need to chill the fuck out, okay? God, it's like I don't learn. Did I not? Hello?
Something over there.
No, there's not. There's really nothing. Shut the fuck up. Okay, you guys, you done tripping? You know what? There's a ration in here. I don't want to go back over there. Uh-oh. Hold on, yeah, I'll ban him. Hold on. Hide user on this channel. Hold on a second. Report first. Unwanted commercial content or spam, okay. Okay. I've never played Dino Crisis F, honestly. That's one game that I would like to play just because of its importance to history and because it's PS1, but yeah. Congrats, you're a huge reason I decided to start the Xeno series. Oh, cool. Thanks, Millhouse. I would really love to do a video on Xenosaga someday, but again, it's so huge. That, like, it's a miracle that I was ever able to do a video on Xenogears, man. Alright, Rushman200 says, your channel was recommended to me late last year via your analysis on FMA, and I just wanted to know, what got you interested in alchemy? Young. Because he was interested in alchemy. It's really simple as that. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Ugh, God. Yeah, alchemy... Jung believed that alchemy was sort of this one big insight into the unconscious mind and the way that it operates, and there's some really interesting reason to believe that, you know, concepts like the prima materia and fuck,
What's that?
nothing, mind your business. I almost got caught. Salesman, have you heard of Noida? Yes, I actually have it on Steam, man. I have it downloaded. I haven't had time to get to it, though. Oh, would you just go to bed? There we go. I just need to rest my voice for a second. Got the ration. Fuck it.
Freeze.
Go to bed. Alright, back to questions. Retro Mind says, if you were Kojima and were rehired by Konami back with the goal to make a new MGS game with no constraints... Wait a minute. Did I answer that question? Sorry, guys. My memory is shit. So Retromind asked me a question. If you were Kojima and were rehired by Konami back with the goal to make a new MGS game with no constraints, where would the setting be and what would the game be about overall? Didn't somebody ask me that question before? I think they did, and I answered it, right? I said reboot Metal Gear Solid Rising or do the game on the boss. That would be what I would do. Alright. Solid Snake. The Solid Snake? Sends in a question on the community page. He says, hey Max, been around for a while since your old MGS2 videos. Nice. So it's like, you've been around for what, 5 or 6 years? I find that we have a lot of similar tastes when it comes to video games and other media. I watch a lot of anime, and I've recommended Ergo Proxy, Monster, and Berserk in the past. Shh. Along with a couple other shows. Some of my top favorite anime right now are To Your Eternity, Sunny Boy, Vinland Saga, Sentai Dub is best, and Dororo. I think you would really enjoy Sunny Boy the best. All these shows have amazing dubs, just my personal taste, and would highly recommend all of them. Big love, trying to stay yellow over here. Well, thank you. I will write down Sunny Boy on the same piece of paper that I wrote Bakano on, and I will look into it. Thank you for the recommendation, my man. I hear you, dog. I hear you. Gave me nightmares as a kid. Anybody else have nightmares as a kid due to these dogs? Do they creep you out like they creep me out? Groundbreak Games just doesn't have a question, but he just says something very, very sweet. He says, my actual favorite YouTube channel, you are like stories of old, rare gems in a sea of garbage. That's very sweet of you, man. If you enjoy my videos, I would recommend looking up people like Ragnarok, Super Eye Patch Wolf, Ryan Hollinger, the aforementioned Masked Man, and a couple others that I can't say out the top of my head. But yeah, like, just trying to give you more quote-unquote rare gems so you don't feel like everything out there is complete garbage, you know? But that's very sweet of you. Thank you. Make Foxhound great again. Said, also, Max, really curious to know what your longest gaming session is. Mine's probably been 11 hours nonstop gaming when Elden Ring was released, with breaks just to eat. Not the healthiest, I'm sure, but I regret nothing. I don't know, man. It might have been like way back in the day when I used to play World of Warcraft. Elden Ring was one of the more recent ones. I played a crap ton of that just so I could do videos about it on my channel. Oh, actually, you said 11 hours. How long is The Last Guardian? That game's like, what, 9 or 10 hours long? I played that game all the way through the day that it came out because I'd been waiting 11 years for that game to release. And I was motion sick by the end of it, but goddamn, it was worth it. I love The Last Guardian. It's terribly underrated. Yes, it has problems, but I love it nonetheless. Okay. I got to switch the discs real quick. Now, hopefully I remember how to do this correctly. Shit. How do I... Fuck. I actually don't know how to do this. Why did I think I knew how to do it? 1 second, guys. Hey, Siri. How do you switch the discs on Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes on Dolphin?
Okay, I found this on the web for how do you switch the discs on Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes on Dolphin. Check it out.
Okay. File change. Oh, okay. All right, cool. No problem. Change disk to 1 second, boys. To that one. All right, cool. We are gravy, baby. All right, peace out, Nexus. Thanks for joining us, man. Okay, back to the questions. DJTS1991 says, I have 2 questions. Love your work. Well, thank you. I love you. How do you decide what to talk about per video? And how do you avoid burnout? And when can you tell that it is coming? Well, I already sort of described how I choose my topics earlier in the stream. As for burnout, it's hard, man. Like, I do get burnt out semi-regularly. It's just when that happens, I get to the point where it's like, you know what? The video's gonna have to wait maybe an extra day or two. And then when I have that day or two where I just do nothing, I'm able to recharge, thankfully. So. Okay, time to run. Fuck you! Okay. I don't remember how to time these. Okay, you really need to learn how to fuck off, dog. There. I do not remember how to time these stun grenades correctly. Fuck your life. I see you, Leo. I will get to you in a second. Thank you. That's incredibly generous of you. Knock it off. Sorry, I gotta focus. We're running up the stairs. We're running up the stairs. What the fuck? You were stunned, dude. Fuck off. Hey, Max. Been a bit. How old are... Oh, I thought you said how old are you, Bradley? I'm good, dude. Just, try not to get my shit handed to me. Or whatever the phrase is, I can't think. Shut up. I wonder how the hell I'm gonna fight Raven. Like Raven number 2. I've never fought... I've never done a non-lethal run of Twin Snakes, so... Can you imagine how, like, worn out his glutes must feel after this? That was stupid of me. Just as the aliens can't open doors in, just as the aliens can't open doors in signs, these guards don't know how to fucking go up ladders. Thank God. Alright. Just got a couple of super chats. Leo Katakis says, I've been watching you for years. Thanks for making maybe the best content on YouTube. Oh, God bless you, dude. You had the best 2023. I'm terribly blessed to have generous, kind people like you. People like you are representatives, are people that I love having represent my channel, and are the types of people I was referring to earlier, but being very kind and intelligent and very generous. Covry Doge sends in $6.99 Canadian. Nice. I wasn't able to, but yeah, you have to play The Last Guardian in one sitting because it's so emotional. Yeah, it really is. And goddamn, I cannot wait for Gen Design's new game. Gen Design are the people that made The Last Guardian. Hopefully we're getting news in 2023, but they said that in 2022, right? So, yeah, I haven't died yet, Max Turbo. I think I can... Does it count? You can use the Stinger missiles on Metal Gear, right? Like in the first... I know you can in the first phase, but do you have to shoot Liquid in the face during the second phase? If that's the case, then fuck that. I'm not doing that shit. Nah. I'm good. I'd rather go for the no death run. Oh, no. Rope. There we go. Janbro, how far are you into FF8? I haven't started FF8 yet, man. I just finished FF6 though. I am going to be getting into FF8 pretty soon though. Tex Max says, "Yellow Max, sorry if I'm disturbing." You're not disturbing at all, man. It's just I might not be able to respond as quickly as ideal, you know. What's my favorite series? The Simpsons. Alright, how do I repel again? Yeah, help me out, Campbell.
Here's how to repel. Press the A button to kick away.
Okay, that's all I need to know. I'm not dodging shit, I'm just going down. Like your mom on July the 4th. No, I'm kidding. Come on, why is there just rations where the construction workers working on this tower, they just leave that there when they were done? Oh, sure. Spirit Man says, "Congratulations, brother. I was wondering if you studied any of Rudolf Steiner's work. God bless you on your path." I know of Rudolf Steiner's work. I haven't read any of it. I've just, you know, with the stuff that I know about him, he's just been referenced in other people's work. So, yeah, he's a blind spot of mine. Okay. First things first. Gotta get these chodes that are just chilling at the end of the walkway here. Go to bed. And go to bed. Cool, I'm glad we understand each other. They're gone, right? Okay. Booyah. Oh, you think you're so clever. Bye! Yeah, that's fair. And now we got the Stinger. Conway says, 202, I love your analysis on philosophy in games. I find philosophy a really fun topic. No questions from me. Oh, okay. Sorry, I would love to read your long message, Conway, but I can't right now. I just gotta stick with the questions. I'll try to read it when we're done, okay? Oh, Phil from the Abyss sends in a €5 super chat. Thank you, dude. You ever have days where you can't record a script because it feels like your tongue isn't working properly, you can't string words together? No. Thankfully, that's never happened, but I do have days where the thing that I hate the most about making videos is recording my voice, because you see that lag? I hate it because sometimes the mic that I have is just so sensitive. It picks up these really bad mouth noises and just pisses me off, and I just don't want to deal with it. Thank you for that, man, and thanks for sticking around for the last couple hours. Attributeless Man says, starting to read esoteric literature or alchemy can be challenging. Apart from Carl Jung's teachings about it, what other authors or books would you recommend? Okay, so I would recommend anything by Terence McKenna. I would recommend anything by Eliphas Levi. Transcendental Magic and a History of Magic, preferably. I would recommend The Origin of the Kabbalah by Gershom Scholem. There's also a book, a really great book on Gnosticism. Hold on. That I can recommend. Just give me 1 second. I'd tell you what the title of it is. It's called Gnosticism, New Light on the Ancient Tradition of Inner Knowing by Stephen A. Hoeller. So that's Stephan, and then the initial A, and then Hoeller. Hoeller. That's a wonderful book on Gnosticism that I would recommend. As far as alchemy goes, I would recommend The Forge and the Crucible by Mircea Eliade. Oops, forgot about these turrets. Fuck you, bitch. And also, there's a book on alchemy by... It's not Jung, but it's like it's still worthwhile. It's written by one of Jung's students, a woman named Mary Louise von Franz, and it's just called Alchemy. Introduction on the philosophy and the science, or something like that. Those are my recommendations. Come on. Come on. There we go. Mercenary Gundam says, hey Max, mind telling us your history with the Simpsons show? Also plan on covering Gundam out of curiosity. I actually do not have any plans to cover Gundam. Again, like a really big series that I wouldn't even know where to start. I'm curious about it, but I'm curious about a lot of anime at the moment. I'm curious about One Piece, I'm curious about Bleach, curious about Naruto, but it's like, do I have the time to watch shit that's long? As for The Simpsons, it's one of the shows that I remember watching earliest as a kid. I've loved The Simpsons my entire life. It's my favorite TV show. Always has been. Jose Velis sends in a $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Jose. He says, what is your favorite game to play for pure enjoyment? Maybe not philosophical, but just pure enjoyment and stress relief. Oh, that's easy. It's Halo. Not online, but just Halo. Well, sometimes online. Like, if I'm having a good day, I can find playing SWAT. The game type SWAT on Halo, very relaxing. I used to play a lot of Minecraft. I found that to be very relaxing. Just don't have as much time nowadays. Thank you, Jose and Mercenary. Luis Rodriguez says, hey Max, fan of your channel. Keep it up with the good work. Thank you. He says, my questions. Do you like Pokemon, either the games or the anime? And 2, what are your favorite music artists? So I detailed my favorite music artists earlier on. I like Pokemon. But, it's interesting. I stopped playing back during the Ruby and Sapphire era because I realized even though these games are awesome, they're all the same, kind of, right? And I just told myself, you know what? I think I'd be better off just waiting until the inevitable Pokemon MMO comes out, and then I'll ruin my life. I will gladly ruin my life playing a Pokemon MMO. But yeah, like, Pokemon Crystal is top 10 games of all time for me. Okay. Let's see. A guy with a emoji face says, hey Max, love your content. I'm wondering whether you're planning on making more videos based around autism because I see you've moved towards gaming content, which is cool. Just wondering. Have a nice day. I mean, if I do stuff in regards to autism, it will have to be in regards to popular media because unfortunately, when I've tried to do videos on autism over the last year or so, they do very poorly in terms of views. And it's easy to say, well, you shouldn't care about that. Well, when one of your videos doesn't do as well, the YouTube algorithm interprets that as like, well, maybe we should just stop recommending all these other videos. And if I do too many of those videos, then it hurts the channel overall. And while I do find the autism stuff very meaningful, I had to be careful about the times that I talk about it. There are things I would like to talk about, like somebody brought up To the Moon before. When I do an eventual video on that game, that will be considered a form of autism content, right? Aside from that, though, it's hard to say. I will say one thing, though, in regards to autism, and it has to do with the final announcement that I wanted to make. But I will save that for after the boss fight here, okay? All right. Now, there's no way that you can't fight the chopper without the Stinger missiles, right? Fuck you, Liquid. Ha!
You think you can beat me with that little thing?
Yes. I've already taken like 20% of your health, dog. Oh, my throat. Thankfully, I don't have to record for the next couple days. Oh man, this is so much easier to handle than it was on the PS1, man. Thank you. I didn't know an asshole like you could be so sweet. That sounded wrong. Okay. I think I just stand right here, right? Where did it go? Alright, come here, bitch. Oh, now he's gonna do this possum shit where he's like, oh, I'm dead. Oh, no, just kidding. Jesus, this is like, it's really loud. I mean, like, I know it's a helicopter and shit, but you would think that they would try to remedy that for a video game? Oh. Aw, you too, Kai. Come on up. I don't have all day. According to the kernel, I only have 18 hours. Eat these nuts, man. Jesus, that's loud. It's not good for my autism. Would you hold the fuck still? Hi, indeed. Come on up. Stop playing possum. Let's go. Get these nuts in your mouth now. Alright. That's it, right? You mad? Where's the missile?
I lost him.
Oh, there it is. Oh well. Yeah, I got Bless Cam Clark, right? Okay, we gotta watch this just because it's so fucking bootleg. Watch this. my god. Not so badass on the landing, huh? Alright.
Snake.
KYL says $5, sends in $5. Thank you very much. He says, ever heard of David Kanaga? In my opinion, the deepest writer on games philosophy, talks about alchemy a lot. It's defined as science minus the subject-object split. Honestly, I never have, but if he's done stuff on games philosophy, I will definitely check him out. Here, I'm going to write that down on a separate thing from the thing I was writing the anime down. David Kanaga, recommended by KYL. Thank you. Thanks very much, man. I will definitely look into him. Maybe not tonight, but when I wake up tomorrow. Alright. Okay, so I did say I would talk about one final thing. So, some of you might have recalled me talking about... I don't know when I might have mentioned this. Well, you guys, if you stuck around with me for any period of time, you might have heard me talk about, like, trying to maybe not put as much effort into YouTube because it was burning me out quite a bit a couple times in the past couple of years. But the thing is, like I was saying before, even though I love my job and, like, I love it to death and I will produce videos as long as you guys watch them, it can get stressful at times just keeping up with the release schedule of releasing something every week because I have to in order to, you know, pay bills and stuff. Nice, Snake. But what I was trying to do, like, in the circumstance that maybe YouTube could no longer support me, I wanted to try and prepare myself to find another source of revenue. So what I have been doing over the last year and a bit is I've been looking into this profession of coaching. Now, what do you mean by coaching? Do you mean life coaching? Well, if you guys might recall, if you've been around for like over 2 or 3 years, I used to do these streams called the Differently Wired Show, and I did them with a man named John Tucker, PhD. He is a coach. His job is to help improve the executive functioning of people with autism and ADHD. Over the past year and a half, I've been enrolled in the same classes that John took in order to get my credentials to help people with that. I'm almost at the point where I have my basic level credentials, and then I will have to accumulate a certain number of hours to get the advanced, which is sort of the level that John teaches at, or coaches at. I tell you this because if any of you loved my autism content and benefited from it and wanted to get more of that sort of stuff, you could, you know, if you want, you could take me on as a coach. If you like the stuff that John and I did during the show and wanted to get that in a greater capacity, just reach out to me. We can talk through email. You can message me on Twitter. My email is maxderrat@yahoo.ca. If that sort of thing sounds interesting to you, I can go into greater detail about the coaching profession, how I'd be able to help you. And that's that. Alright.
Too late, Snake. Now die!
Hold on, we're about to... Oh, I don't have any more stun grenades. Usually what I like to do is I like to, like just throw a whole bunch of stun grenades in here and just get blinded by the light. Okay. Ow. This is gonna be interesting. Go to bed. Can you imagine trying to do this on non-lethal? Oh! Apparently it wasn't that hard. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, I could, well, Kovri, like, that is something that, okay, so Kovri Doge sends in a $2.79 super chat, thank you very much. He said, you can make a second channel and promote it here. Yes, I can, and that is something that I've been toying with. It might happen. I can't say when. The problem is, though, it's just like I said. So I said I put out a video virtually every week. The problem is I spend every waking hour researching and involving myself with, a new topic every single week. When I'm not doing that, I have to use my time wisely so that I can spend it with my fiance, spend it like making dinner or attending to other priorities. Unfortunately, like so much of my time is booked up that it's hard to attend to a second channel, right? It's not impossible. It's just a matter of trying to figure out how I would make it work, Like there are other things that I wish I could do. Hopefully, in the new year, what I'm trying to do in the new year is I'm trying to streamline things so that I can focus more time on writing and outsource the video editing. Like, I don't know if some of you might remember I put out a community post asking people if they played games like Disco Elysium or Final Fantasy VIII or any of the Xeno games so they can help me edit. That's an example of that. And maybe if I do that, I can put more time into a new channel. It's in the planning stages. We'll see what happens. Alright, now we gotta fuck up Sniper Wolf for the second time. I didn't miss any super chats, did I? No. Okay, cool. By the way, we've been streaming for over 2 hours, goddamn. I thought it would be further through the game by now. I don't know how much longer it's going to take. Hopefully not too long. Alright, now I gotta focus. Anyway, that was all the major announcements. If you guys were expecting anything else, I'm sorry. There will be, announcements made throughout the year, but those are just ones that I can make now. Alright, gotta find this bitch. Normally I just do the Nikita thing because I can't be bothered. Where you at, bitch? Oh, this bright colors, man. Okay, where's the pentazamine? Fuck you. Fuck you. You ain't shit. Who do 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 do. Oh man, I was fucking up like crazy right there. Huh. The music in Metal Gear Solid 1 was good when you would prefer hearing the boss fight theme from that game over and over again rather than the various boss fight themes they have in this game. Oh, she tried to juke me out. Do you see that? Oh. It's like not like the music in this game is bad, it's just the music in Metal Gear Solid 1 is just so good. Right in the tit. Good luck ever breastfeeding your babies. Although, you probably won't have any. Spoiler alert. I could have got a headshot there. Oh well. Can I just get a good headshot on you? That'd be really appreciated. Bang, bang, in the back. Oh, there we go. Thank you. You pose so well. Favorite Final Fantasy soundtrack? Asked by Class Fac. Oh god. God, it's so hard to choose. It's a toss-up between 7, 9, or 10. But that's like for everybody, right? I'd probably say 9. But like 7 and 10 are legendary as well. Oh my God, woman, could you just sit still for half a second? I'm gonna get you, bitch. Oh, it would start to shake right then, right? God, she's so annoying. Come on. Alright, one more hit and then we're good. We're Gucci, baby. Oh, you fucking... There we go. Woohoo! Bruno Guy, version 0.7. That's a great name. Says, caught wind of your channel from Asmund Gould's reaction. Glad I checked your content out. You the big EPIC. Well, you are the big LOVE, my man, and I don't mean that in a creepy way. Thank you so much for your kind words. I'm so glad you could come and join the party. All right. Okay. I'll see how much further I get over the next half hour. If I'm not really that much closer to the end, I might just have to stop because my voice is... See, this is why I don't stream more often. It's just... my voice can't handle it. I know, like... I'm very talkative during streams. But that's just because I feel compelled to. In real life, I rarely talk... unless... social gatherings, I'm very antisocial. If I need to, like, I could talk my ass off. But yeah. Alright. Oniros, that's a great name, would say, would you consider doing just straight up alchemy videos, as in not alchemy in video games or media, but like how to do spiritual alchemy? Yeah, I actually have thought about that just because of how much people have been asking me to talk about the tradition, and yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I just have to crouch into this. I've actually been thinking about doing a video pretty soon called Why I Call Myself an Alchemist, because that's something that a lot of people just have a hard time understanding, and I don't fault them. Like, why I call myself that when I don't do the potions and shit like that. The thing that a lot of people just don't seem to realize is that, oh my God.
Is there somebody there?
It was real smooth there, Snake. Hold on, I want to go get the body armor. It's that alchemy, until it got like popularized more as like a old form of science, what with the potions and the mortar and pestle and shit like that in movies and video games, what it was equal amounts philosophy as it was chemistry. You know, as the saying goes, "Tamorales cum chemica," moral and chemical. Yeah, so expect a video on that sometime soon, explaining why I call myself an alchemist and the spiritual elements of it. Red says, will you ever read Berserk and make a video about it? It's an incredibly profound piece of work that you will absolutely enjoy if you like Monster. Well, Red, I'm happy to tell you that I've done, like... What, how many videos have I done on Berserk? 1, 2, 3, 4... I've done 5 videos on Berserk. You just have to type in Max Derrat Berserk. And I think you'll like them. Everybody else seems to. Hey, DR Asuro, I know you're watching, man, and you left me a question about Bioshock and Ayn Rand and that stuff, and then you left a very lengthy reply when I said I didn't understand it. I can't read it now, but I'll try to get back to it later, okay? Thank you for elaborating on that, though. Woomby says, would you consider doing videos on Demon Souls or some of the ways that game is connected to Dark Souls 3? I know you've made Dark Souls videos, but I can't help but feel a narrative resonance in DS3 with Demon Souls that really ties a bow on the series to send it out. Are there connections between Demon Souls and Dark Souls 3? Maybe I just haven't looked into it that much. I mean, I have thought about it. I've played through Demon Souls, the PS5 remake, twice. It's fucking great. Like, aside from Dark Souls 1 and, well, so like if I were to rank my favorite Dark Souls games, like the From Software games, it'd probably be Dark Souls 1, Elden Ring, and then Demon Souls. I love Demon Souls. So maybe. We'll see. Alright, enough with the badassery. Alright. Go to bed. Go to bed. You go to bed too. Oh, shit, where did the fourth guy go? Where did the fourth guy go? There were 4 of them, right? Yeah. Yeah, I have played Fallout New Vegas, and I've done 3 videos on it. And by the way, expect a new video on Fallout New Vegas coming out relatively soon. Alright, you know what, guys? I might just have to kill the stream because I think the game goes on for like another hour and a half after this, and my voice can't take it. And we've been going for, what, almost 3 hours? Okay, well, we'll try to go for another 20 minutes, see how far we get, and then see if I can push beyond that. This, well, actually, this, I should probably move that cursor. The fucking Raven fight is going to be hella interesting. I have no idea how the hell I'm going to be able to fight him using just the M9. If I even can. Abdullah M asks, I was wondering if you played Disco Elysium. If not, why? And if yes, are you going to do a video on it? I am going to do a video on Disco Elysium. I promise I will. I have played the first 5 or 6 hours of it. I just want to make sure that I take my time with it because people are very, very... And I'm going to say psycho, but I mean that in the most complimentary way. Like, I'm psycho about Metal Gear Solid, right? But people are psycho about Disco Elysium, and I want to make sure that I don't mess things up with my analysis by making it too familiar to other videos that have been done on it, you know what I mean? So if any of you are listening right now and are big fans of Disco Elysium and want to recommend me essential videos or forums or pieces of reading material on that game that I need to read, please send them to me through email. That would really help me out a lot. Oh, that's not gonna work. Oh god, how am I gonna do this? No, this sucks. There's no way. Like, I know I hit him a couple times, but look at how big his health bar is. Oh shit. This sucks. Is there any way, like, I could plug one into his head? Oh, fuck off, Raven. Shit, you didn't hear anything. Oh. Oh, there we go. That wasn't too bad. Alright, maybe we do have a chance. If I can get him to stop doing that. I just gotta focus. Oh, hit him, for fuck's sake. There we go. Okay, this might not be as impossible as I thought. There we go. You ain't spit. I'm just gonna stop bleeding like that, because that's how real life works. Oh, come on, I was being really super duper sneaky. Alright, now it's the part where he starts to fucking run. Right, any second now. No, bitch, you got a fucking Gatling gun. I got a fucking M9. Are you kidding me? Damn it. This guy's seriously telling me to come on out. So I guess he only runs when you try to kill him? That's good to know. So easy. Oh! Yeah, fuck it, I'll just use the ration, I don't care. Why am I even trying to conserve them? Oh, come on. Just die. The Spider-Man come out to play. Alright, you're dead. Well. This is the first time you heard me curse? Yeah, I guess I do come across as really formal and, well, eloquent is too strong and pompous a word, but you know what I mean. In my videos, yeah, I swear up a storm in real life. AXR says, do you have a Nikita? I'm trying to go for no kills, man, and I can only use the M9 or stuns to hurt him. Oh yeah, he's got the dog tags. Gimme, thank you. Alright, the Panch Effect says, congratulations, thank you. I don't know if this applies to an actual question. Genshin Impact last update introduced a few new things, a clear reference to the Akashic Records, overload of occult information leading to madness, the creation of a man-made god. Lastly, and most interesting, a new playable character sort of integrated a shadow and became a new self, making him now from an ex-boss into a playable anti-hero. As for an actual question, do you have more movies in sight to analyze, more on the animated side because YouTube's flag and demonetization as today? If not, anime series we shall binge in order to appreciate your videos. Hope to see your community updates on these ones to stay up to date when the video comes out. Movies, yes, I do want to do one on Signalis. People have actually recommended I look at a, what is it, The Fountain, I think it's called? I threw a chaff grenade, didn't I? What happened to it? Oh, that was a fail. What the? How did I not see you there? Oh well, it worked out okay. Oh, they don't have. Why did I think they had the million fucking cameras around? Anyways, is it Solaris or Signalis? The name of the movie? No, Signalis is the name of the game. My bad. Make Fox sound great again. Hey Max, dude, have you heard of a Chained Echoes? Okay, dude. Chained Echoes? My fiance is obsessed with that game, man. She wants me to just do videos on nothing but that game until the end of time. Yeah, she's like you said, make Foxhound great again. It's like Chrono Trigger and FF6. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, you know what, guys? My voice is killing me. I know, like I said, we would go for 3 hours, but I can't. I don't have the stamina. I'm sorry. But, I had a lovely time hanging out with you guys. I had a lovely time, announcing these new announcements. I'm very grateful for all of you for having the best community on YouTube, full of just the smartest, kindest, most patient, altruistic people and generous people. Like, thank you so much for sending in all the super chats. I won't be able to tonight. I'll do my best to respond to the rest of the questions on the community page, the ones that I didn't get to. I thought I'd be able to handle all of them, but I guess this is just one of the things I have to get used to. You know, the more that people become aware of my channel and want to talk to me, maybe I'll try to find newer avenues to talk with you guys, so that way you're not like I could be more available and answer more questions instead of just leaving it to these streams, you know. Good night, Abino. Yeah, one of the many things that I'm considering doing in the new year. So, I'm gonna go take a whole bunch of Halls throat lozenges. Probably lie down. Expect a new video this coming Friday. It will be on a wonderful anime. And then there will be another gaming related video soon after that. If you have any recommendations for games, I'd love for you guys to put them in the comment section once the stream is fully uploaded. Until next week, guys, I'll remind you as always, as per usual, stay yellow. Thanks for joining, and have a good rest of your weekend. God bless.